summer since the pandemic where things are finally starting to feel like they're getting back to normal. So say, but for so many small businesses, they are really still feeling the impact of the COVID crisis. Executive Director of the Greater West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce, Suzanne Levine, has been supporting them every step of the way. She joins us here on The Splash. Good morning, Miss Suzanne. How are you?
Good morning. And now I have an idea for a new business. Why don't we have the food trucks like an ice cream truck and come through your neighborhood?
You know what I want is a margarita truck.
I'm sure in some parts of the country that may be an option.
We were just talking about that on the, my Facebook page. It was like, hey, let's just get a little margarita truck and roll it through the neighborhood. I don't know if Chief Fitz would go for that, but how are you, Miss Suzanne?
I'm great. Just trying to stay cool on this very hot day, but it's awesome.
Yeah, I know. We'll take it. I'll take summer over winter any day. You know, can I ask you, because I think that for so many of us, I mean, this is really the first summer where we're not hearing about COVID restrictions and, all these COVID concerns. And we're not saying COVID's not out there and it's not still a concern, but it really is starting to feel like it's getting back to normal. I mean, I know last summer we were having concerts and this, that, and the other, but it was still like, hey, show your vaccine card, wear a mask, and we're not seeing that this year. So I think for so many of us, we're like, COVID's over, let's go on with life. But for businesses, they're really still struggling. Mainly, it's that supply chain.
Yes, the supply chain and getting enough qualified employees to work. And I've been trying to advise them that they have to sort of seek some alternative employment opportunities, like looking at seniors, vibrant seniors that maybe want to work part-time, that aren't really doing it necessarily for a career or for, a great infusion of cash or benefits. And also to look at some places like the Friendship Circle. There are lots of high-functioning autistic individuals on the spectrum, like that are working at Dakota Bread, that are offering a lot of great services, and they love the fact that they're employable and they're reliable, and they're very happy to be working.
That is such a great revenue for employees that maybe I didn't think about. So because we know that I'm still seeing signs, Suzanne, where some of these businesses have reduced hours just because of staffing issues.
Especially the restaurants. I know that the other night we were working on the house and we wanted to go someplace, and 3 restaurants were already closed and it was 8:30. So it was kind of, it's a Thursday night, but it was kind of, sad. I mean, it's a beautiful summer night and you'd think that they'd be open, but they just don't have the resources to stay open.
So it really is kind of one of those reminders for us. I know you've been saying it throughout the pandemic, support local, because it is heartbreaking. We are still seeing those empty storefronts. And we know the Targets, the Costco's, Lowe's, they're all going to survive and they're all going to be okay. It's really our mom and pop stores that are struggling.
And, there are a lot of resources through Oakland County that, can help them. Maybe they need to reinvent their business plan. I know there are still some grants out there, so they should contact Oakland County, the One Stop Shop Business Center, and just find out what resources are out there. And another thing that's really important is, your local chambers can help you. They can help, connect you to other businesses that perhaps can, promote you without spending any money. Maybe they put your business cards in their business. Perhaps there are ways to do some synergy where they're, like, for example, like a weight loss place with someone that does, facials, because people that are concerned with their body are probably concerned, with other aesthetics. So there's just different ways that people can collaborate to, hopefully increase their business.
Okay, so is it bad that I thought, oh, weight loss, put it in a cupcake shop? Because, I'm sorry, but, for us that struggle with our weight, you have those breakdowns and then you go
Right.
into one of these sweet treat places and you're like, oh, and then it reminds you, maybe you
I
don't.
know. I'm a chocolate and ice cream addict. I think that you just cannot deny yourself all the time. So you deserve a treat. And I think, definitely cupcakes, ice cream, chocolate, whatever it is that floats your boat, you should definitely partake in. Maybe not every day.
I can't wait to try that new Fago ice cream, by the way. I'm trying to get my hands on some of that.
I know. I know.
Hey, can I ask you, because I think you've done such a really good job of helping the local businesses to navigate the COVID crisis. What have you seen that has been the positive coming out of this? It seemed like some of the businesses were coming together in the beginning. Are those relationships still happening?
Yes, they are. I noticed that when we have our Cup of Connections, all the businesses are very interested, not only in increasing their business, but what can they do to help, a non-competitive business. So they're very excited because we know that, if you help someone, somehow that does come back to you. I've had some very strange, great things, happen to me in the chamber where people have joined the chamber and I have no idea, how they were at a party or they were at another business and someone said, you should think about, seeing how the chamber can help increase your business. So it's really been wonderful. And I think as long as we keep that mindset that, I hate mantras, but we are all in this, we are all connected. So anything you can do to help someone, I really believe in karma, and it does come back in unusual, wonderful ways to help you.
And I know that I've been on your website before as well, and you don't necessarily have to be a chamber member to attend some of these events. There's a small fee if you're not a member, so maybe that's a great way for people to dip their toes in the water, especially if you're kind of struggling still as a business, but it's a good way to say, hey, maybe this event works for me. Let me go and see what the chamber's about.
Absolutely. And I know that I get a lot of calls that are not chamber related. Someone just called me the other day. Her husband is inbound and he really needs a haircut. Is there anyone that can come to the house? So I try to direct them to resources. I'm not just there to help our chamber members. I want to help the community. This is the community that, I live in, I work in, I play in, and it's really important, to make sure that we all not only survive, but thrive. So I'm happy to help and, offer some direction to non-chamber members.
Well, I can tell you, you've been a lifeline to me, and you are really one of our, I think, biggest heroes in the community, and so many people maybe don't really realize what you do to help so many people and so many businesses. So, Suzanne, thank you so much. But for people that maybe want to explore what's going on at the Chamber, can you give your website real quick?
Sure, it's westbloomfieldchamber.com. They can call me at 248-626-3636 or email me at wbloomfieldchamber@gmail.com. And one quick thing, I wonder if we could nominate our dogs as special person. My dog thinks he's a person and he's awesome and he's a ray of sunshine in our lives. And so I'm just going to put it out there, Louis for mayor or Louis for something.
I love that, and so many of us would agree with you as well. Miss Suzanne, we always appreciate you, and happy weekend to you.
Thank you. Same to you. Stay cool.